Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? This is the end of radio. What's up? Rip Steve Albini, Shellac, and all that good stuff. The end of radio. This is the end of radio. So, Blitz Arena, January Blitz Arena. Sparkle Horse, Redusa, CGN, Asterbait. Nona's family got a lot of money, a big payout from Netflix. She was still wearing the same clothes, before they gave her millions of dollars. I have the feeling her relatives took all the money probably. They all look very. I think the relatives basically chopped it up and just left her the same old shit. All right. So the whole lawsuit over the Queen's Gambit, portraying her, inaccurately or whatever. This the wrong factual information was put out by Netflix, so they had a big lawsuit. Anyway, that's not relevant to what we're doing here today. I just thought I brought it up because Nona was quoted there. Great player. She'd still beat the crap out of. She could probably. Uber driver could probably draw her, but he's still much lower rated. Why I blocked you? I don't know. There must have been a reason, like dropping out of the simul, bro. Probably for dropping out of my simuls. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to challenge me about that here in my chat. This is not the place. That's not the place to be challenging me. Do not put such questions in my chat, dude. But dropping out of my simul will be cause or other suspicious behavior. Jasper 2000, no games. 84 games. Okay, you just are under the limit, but I'll let you. So what was that about? My score 1-1? Did you cheat against me? Or something? You cheated against me? No, you abandoned the game, bro. You're banned for abandoning the game. Why did you do that? Were you offered a draw? Were you offered a draw? Well, I don't understand. Why was this a draw? This is very strange. Something I didn't like. But this wasn't. Oh, I dropped a piece? I dropped a piece there? Yeah, but that's not a reason to ban you. No, I don't know why I banned you. Blocked you, whatever. I don't remember. Draw by mutual agreement. Maybe it was this. Oh, that game. No, I don't know why. You offered a draw? Why was this a draw? I accidentally gave you a draw? That's the game where I accidentally gave you a draw. I don't know why I blocked you. Anyway. Alright. So, I don't know why I blocked you. But don't cheat. Nobody cheat, alright? Usually I block people because they leave my simuls while the game is just getting started, and that's it. Last one time and you're out. I probably blocked you for offering me draws when you're -2. That's probably why I blocked you. I'll give you one more chance not to do something stupid. Do not offer draws when you're -2 to people who are international masters, okay? I'll give you one last chance not to do something like that. If you do it one more time, you're banned for life. It looks like you've offered me draws twice. Asterbait? What are you talking about? Are you alright? Got 8 minutes, guys, and only 5 players. I don't know why. You know what? One thing that's becoming very clear to me, nobody cares about the messages on Lead Chess. I've got a really big news flash. Lead Chess messages are worth a pile of steaming horse doo-doo. They don't matter. No one cares. No one cares at all about these leech ass messages. We might as well just forget about it, you know. I can't send messages on Twitch. They disabled that like 3 years ago. So we're gonna have to find another way to communicate with followers, either on Discord, which I'm not a big fan of, or another means. Maybe I should start like a Substack or something. Another forum. I don't really like Discord. It's really kind of meant for video gaming, first of all. Obviously not only used for that, but that's its intention. Alright. The messages don't work, okay? No one cares about the messages on Leechess. Even if they don't block them, they don't read them. Nobody reads their message. I don't. You know, I hate it when I'm getting these messages, honestly, from Jeff Forever and Gloria and all these other people. Getting them constantly. I don't read them. Do you read them? Nobody reads them. So, alright. Now I know why that dude was... You were blocked, but why do you care? You try to send me a message? You're blocked because you offered me a draw in a -2 position. You know, don't do that again. Don't offer me draws, okay? When you're 1,700 and I'm 2,500, it's not correct. Not good. Not good. You're offering me nothing, you know. All right. Sparkle Horse, Aldisto's here. Redusa, CGN, the draw offer man, Jasper, and Asterbane. We've got only 6 players, and we've got 6 minutes till the tournament starts. So we're going to need some more players. Etan, where are you? That's not you, is it? Etan? You're not CGN, are you? Mexican Ramadan? What are you talking about, Asterbane? Radio! Oh, okay. The end of radio. Look up Shellac End of Radio live on YouTube. It's a great Shellac Steve Albini live video. There used to be. The bass, Albini was a great bass player. Alright. So, legendary. Muhammad Fish, 1512. Just enough games. Oh, he's got a lot of rapid games. That's great. Muhammad Fish, 1200 bullet, 1500, but he plays mostly rapid. Very good. Very good. Nice to see people like with mostly rapid games. This is Blitz. We're playing 5+3 casual, and you can berserk. I don't recommend it, but it's possible. If you berserk, you lose your increment and you get half your basic time. So it's not a really good time control 5+3 to do berserking. Pan Book is here, the mysterious Pan, Peter Pan. Muhammad Fish has joined. I'm sorry if this is annoying, guys. I like to swivel in my chair. I guess it could be annoying for the viewers, but it's a way of relieving stress. It could be relaxing, right? We're dancing. Smash Joss has followed 7 minutes ago. Thanks for the follow. All right, we got what? Cafe House Chess. Subscribe now. Pan Book has been subscribed, probably by a gift sub. Welcome back. Well, notice I say welcome back. I know who everyone is. You shall remain anonymous. Anonymous. Asteroid is anonymous. Cafe House Chess is anonymous. I'm anonymous. We got another notification. Jasper 2000 just followed. Yeah, great to see players with rapid. We do rapid too. I like rapid better than blitz, but this week is blitz. Although honestly, 5+3 with increment is practically rapid. It's close to rapid. It's a long blitz game. I prefer Rapid, but I think that people generally prefer Blitz. It's a little faster, and we get more games or whatever. I think the Blitz tournaments are better attended than Rapid, but I like to do a mix of both. This is Arena. Berserk at your own risk. Berserking, not a good idea unless you're extremely fast. I think berserking, 2.5 minutes isn't much, and you can only do that if you're playing someone who's much, much weaker than you. I wouldn't berserk unless you're playing someone much, much weaker. Or you want to just gamble against someone who berserks against you. Some people berserk only if someone else berserks against them, so they berserk back. But at least then you're on even territory. So what's up, guys? Thursday analysis stream. I got a couple games for Thursday's analysis stream. Please donate. I'm raising money for Albania, April 2026 World Senior Team Championship. Over 50. Over. The Patriots crushed the San Diego Chargers, and now they're in the NFL playoffs for the first time since 4 years. Jim Harbaugh, coach of the Chargers, was like, I don't know. I don't have any answers. Famous college football coach. All right, so Sparkle Horse, I'm all over the place. We got 1 minute to go, so we'll get more players. It's an arena. Mr. Coffee, I wish you could play one day. Got to have these tournaments on the weekend so Mr. Coffee can play. Or at least after work hours, right? But I'm in Europe, you're in America. Remember when I used to stream American time in the summer? That was fun. That's how Mr. Coffee... Is that how you first started watching? Do you remember? Probably. When I was in the States in the summer. Probably an old summer stream. Early days. Most of you guys probably discovered me when I was visiting the States and streaming from North America. Sunday Simon. Your first stream was a Sunday Simon, but was it in the summer or was it while I was here in Europe? Handbook, we played the highest rated. But that's weird, because I thought Aldisto did some trick. Aldisto did a trick where he sat out round one. Naughty, naughty tricks are for kids, as they say. He did a trick. So, okay. I haven't been doing this lately, but it's a good system. Very solid. Handbook, I don't know. I'm not going to reveal his identity. Their identity, but I think I know who it is. Anyways, I have conspiracy theories for everything. Okay, Queen C2. We've had a lot of games with this. Not lately, but I did a video series for Chess Lecture. Here there's a number of different moves. I finally remember the US streams, fondly. Oh, I had this game in a rap tournament here. I went over this. There was some Ukrainian guy, and I thought he was like a master, but it turned out he was like 2,100. And I gave him a draw really quick. Big mistake. Never judge a book by its cover. Don't assume everyone's a master. I think I misplayed this. Why is this wrong? Why is this different? Something is wrong here. Weird. Maybe not. You know what it was? It wasn't E3. Oh, I got confused. The guy played Bishop E3. That's what it was. Oh, shit. No, it was Bishop E3. I didn't go over E3. Or if I did, I didn't recommend this line. So I misplayed this. I don't know how bad it is. It's probably not that bad. Yeah, I haven't played this variation in a few weeks. Well, like a month or so. You haven't, finished watching Sunday stream yet? Scammy openings bit? Oh. Can I play pawn takes pawn there? That would be a big mistake. Probably. D5 doesn't work. But does now. But it does now. All right, so we're slightly better. We saw this routine from Panbook last time, where he got a slightly worse sort of IQP position and then defended like a demon. 8+ years later, yeah, that Sunday stream. Yeah, it's more like 9, Hercules. Years are not as long as they seem. Yeah, so he defended really well. Yeah, I don't know. I have a theory. I thought who Panbook is, but I'm not sure. You know, I'm really not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Everything is a conspiracy theory for me. Wait, do I need to play Rook E8? Shit. You're also supporting C5. You're a C5 supporter. There's some interesting moves here, like Queen C7. Does that work? This move doesn't feel right. I don't feel right. The sandwich is my rook on C6. Alright, whatever. Clear. Oh, he didn't get the big shot in there. Okay, pawn takes pawn. D5. I saw this before. I have rook E6. Is that a good move? Probably not. E6. E6 is interesting. E6 is interesting. I mean, it's the safest move for me, certainly. If I do pawn takes pawn, there's this in-between move, D5. Which really disturbs me. Very similar routine as to the last game I played with this player. I don't understand. Like, the first game against him, the first game seemed pretty smooth. Now I can't beat him. First of all, I guess I'll have to play... Oh, he didn't do that. Wow. Not what I expected. Totally unexpected. I don't know. The person I thought that Panbook was... I don't think that player played the simplistic style of Panbook. I'm beginning to have like very serious second thoughts about who this is, you know. I think it might be a different player. The player that I remembered was more into complications and stuff. It doesn't seem like they're into that at all. They're playing very dry, a very dry kind of game with lots of simplification. Trading pieces. I thought I knew who this was, but I gotta really admit it might be just a totally new player. Why do I have to assign conspiracy theories to everything? You know, Mr. Coffee? Why do we have to do that? I don't know why I do that. Why do I do that? Why does everything have to be a conspiracy theory? Like, Panbook seems to like really crystal clear, safe, simple stuff. You know, why am I... He's just a new player. There was a reason. There was a very small reason, but there was a little bit of a reason why I thought this might be someone that is played on the stream before. A very minor thing, really. Someone's name popped up on when there were gift subs. See, all he does is like constantly trade everything. It's unbelievable. This is a dead draw. How does he do that? How does he do that? His rating isn't that high. I mean, 2205, but it's not bad. He lost the first three, though. I thought, oh, this is a very beatable player. Now I can't beat him. It's trying to make sense of things. Well, I go too far, though. Now what's that? I think I go too far. Trying to make sense of things. Now this move looks a little bit ambitious. Suddenly, like, black is trying to win. I mean, white is trying to win. Are you sure that's a good idea? Oh man, what is going on here? So much for he likes simple positions theory. He suddenly contradicted himself. Left his guard down entirely. It looks like white is close to lost now. That's what happens when you have a plan and you don't follow it. It's like his plan was to play for a draw. He achieved that, and then, like, he didn't want to draw. He suddenly reached the draw, decided he doesn't want to take the draw, and then tries to win and loses. That's weird. This is very weird. Yeah. This is lost for white. You see the problem. I just want to guarantee I can win this position. Rook takes f4 is super cute. A little too cute, if you ask me. Not the obvious move, Handbook went too far. All of his pawns on the king side are on the wrong color, and obviously he's got weaknesses in the white squares. That's the thing. He's got a bad bishop compared to my bishop, and his white squares are weak. He had no business trying to play for a win. He has to be aware of his king's, like, liability. The liability of the weakness of his king. Very irrational decision there to try to win this position. Now he's finished. Notice he never really had any threats. My king is entirely safe. So that was weird. Mohammed Fishin, our director, in first place. But I think my advice is, like, if you have a game plan, then stick to it. If your game plan is to draw, then take the draw. Like, you need a really good reason to vary from the game plan. He just suddenly started trying to win a position where he couldn't, win, and he could only lose. Totally irrational. Mikhail Tal. Try to make sense of things. This is definitely not good for white. Is it forced mate? Nearly. I think it is. I mean, I'm threatening queen h2. That's pretty close to mate. Really nice one. Queen f4, rook f4 type stuff again. Yeah. So he should have taken the draw. He had a clear draw. Okay. So that, I don't know. Maybe my original theory was right. Marlon T from Scotland. Marlon B. He's often confused a lot with Marlon B. Oh, sorry about that. We lost our board. Hello. Where's my window? All right, there it is. Jasper or Jasper, which do you prefer? I had a cat named Jasper when I was a kid. It was Siamese. So what's up, everybody? Welcome. Tuesday, we host Rabbit or Blitz Arena. Thursday, analysis stream. Friday, Blitz games on Friday midday. And Sunday simul. For now, I'm doing 4 streams a week. I used to do like 6. But I'm not really a morning person. I used to do some morning streams. Okay. So what's up? Tell me what's new. Sun Prism is white, and that looks like a good Rosalimo. King's Indian attack. So, oh shit. So Aldisto didn't play, or he just hasn't finished his first game yet. Wow. Aldisto versus Asterbait. What, Aldisto lost? Aldisto lost to a 1500? Oh no, that's weird. That's not good, bro. That's pretty strange, dudes. Aldisto was winning. What, how did he lose? Black timed out? He must have gotten disconnected or something. Okay, that's weird. Aldisto lost on time in a winning position. Was that a disconnect? Maybe his internet went out? Gabe Troll Maps. Gabe Troll Maps is here, and he's new. New and used. Euruin, nice to see you. Morales is here. Oh, Aldisto berserked and lost on time. See how risky it is? Even against a 1500 with a winning position, Aldisto lost on time. I mean, sudden death. It's 2.5 minutes. If you play 3-0 all the time, that's no problem. You know, or Bullet, obviously. I don't like Bullet. I don't play Bullet. But if you play 3-0 on a regular basis, then berserking in this tournament is no problem. If you don't, it's going to be a problem. You know, so. Alright. I might berserk against Asterbait, but even that's not so easy. Aldisto's doing that now. We don't have many tournament players yet, so we're going to have to wait a little bit for a game. Hopefully there'll be more. We're up to 13 now. The arena's 2.5 hours, which is pretty long. You can play a lot of games that time, though. Guys, please subscribe and donate to support the stream. Donations go toward Albania, not the country, but playing. I have to pay my way to play in the World Senior Team Championship, since I don't get sponsored by right-wing billionaires. And I'm glad I don't. They're really cheap. Like the U.S. Chess Federation and the St. Louis Chess are really cheap, even with the few teams they do sponsor. I still play. I play on the U.S. flag, even though I live in Hungary. I never changed my FIDE flag. I hope the Russians don't play. All right. There's a scandal now in FIDE about Belarusian flags. Marlon C. This is the first time I've played you. I'm not going to berserk. I don't know anything about them. But I like to play good quality games, so I like to use my time and not just play for time and not just to berserk for more points. I don't care if I don't win the tournament, you know. It's just a fun tournament. I'd rather play good games and really learn something than spam a lot of games and win the tournament based on arena points or whatever. So, with that in mind, let's talk politics now. But I am playing Albania World Senior Teams Championship. June. If you donate, it goes toward that. My goal is $2,200. Note that since Donald Trump became president, I wanted to post a graph on Facebook, but the US dollar has dropped like 18% of its value. From January 2025, I lost like 20% of my net worth because Donald Trump is president of the United States the second time. The dollar was actually quite strong at one point a couple years ago. Did I blunder yet? This is playable. I should have like cashed in all my dollars for euros. Big mistake to keep the dollars. Anyway, I'm just bringing that up because my donation goal is in dollars, and $2,200 is like 2,500 euros, or I don't know. You know, the euro is much stronger than the dollar. Dollar isn't what it used to be. All right, I'm going to risk here with F4. I don't know if this is a good move, if it's the best move. It's a little unusual. Black playing knight e5 unprovoked. You could go back to d7. You know, I was thinking that the Philidor exchange variation and the Pierts are basically the same opening, but you have the bishop on g7, which is more active. Knight c4 looks wrong. It's vulnerable, and it's likely to end up on b6 where it's badly placed. But at the same time, it's interfering with me a little bit here. What do I do? I can play b3. There's risk involved in that, though. Getting out, as I often say, like, you know, crossing the street involves risk. This is really like asking for it, though. You got the queen on the e file. I could put my queen on d3. That's probably what the computer is going to recommend, and I kind of regret that I didn't do that. I'm going to end up probably having to put my queen on that square anyway, a tempo down. Ostensibly, white looks better, but this is not a great situation. I've got to be careful. And now c5, which is extremely anti-positional. Yet a move in the Philidor. This is a Pierts, but it's like a Philidor. Knight b5, a6. Maybe not a problem. I can also go to b3. d5. Wow, he's just all over the place. He's flailing. It's, speaking of economy, it's flailing. He's flailing. He's a flailer. Would I be better off playing like king h2? Marlin is flailing, but he's flailing quickly. But I don't feel like he's got any sort of concrete plan. He just flails. You can just picture this knight like swinging a mace around randomly, like hitting people with it. That's what Black's doing here. He might hit me by accident if he keeps flailing enough. Actually, I don't think I played this that well, you know. But all right. The backward pawn on a d file looks awful for Black. And knight d7 is probably the final straw. He has some tricks here. Tricksy. I don't care. Don't want to trade your bishop on g7 for a knight on c3. Now that's a nice move. Damn, now I really regret I didn't play. I really regret I didn't play. Shit. I regret I didn't play the move I wanted to play there, knight c4. But, c'est la vie. e5. Yeah, but am I gonna give up a knight here? Or what exactly am I doing? Yeah, I think we gotta lose a pawn. I don't love it. Well, okay, you can play b4, knight a4. This was not what I intended to do when I signed up. This isn't great. I was going to just sacrifice the b pawn, and then I changed my mind. He's very quick, too. Quick, too. He tactically allows knight takes c5. Interesting. I'm going to take this, and you can have a pawn. Interesting. Marley plays a little too quickly. If it was not increment, I would say it's fine. But you're making mistakes. Little mistakes. In a situation where you have time. And I think that's important. You have time, no reason to make mistakes. He's rushing a little too much. Now we're crushing the center. The whole position turned around. It was unclear, and now white's clearly better. Because of my domination of the center, coordination, he's in a lot of trouble. Still not over. It's still not over. It's a long way from over. But again, we are clearly better. How about my knight? Are you threatening me? No. If you're not threatening me, then we get this knight off of b1. I see. You want to play knight f5? Yeah, that's not happening. The center is too dominated. The heart go crazy. If your heart go crazy, yeah, I used to get that. You should probably start taking like beta blockers or something. I used to think that was normal. And I have slightly high blood pressure, so I started taking beta blockers, and now I don't get that at all. You probably should. I don't think that you should get that. I used to think it was normal, but I think that it's not normal to get a racing heart necessarily. It's not healthy. Yeah, sometimes I had it really bad when I was playing Blitz. Yeah, I'd have to do that. I couldn't play for 5 minutes, because my heart was racing. But I think that's unnatural, not healthy. If you're young, you can deal with it, But not everyone has that. Look at Anand. He seems so relaxed. I mean, does he even have a heart rate? Does he even have a pulse? Black's getting mated. It's good in a way, though. It's a fight or flight response. And the reason that we have increased heart rate is so that we can, move faster and think faster and whatever. But I don't think it should be. You know what I mean? Everybody will have it to a degree. And it helps to a degree because it speeds you up, and you can think faster. But I think that some people, it's too exaggerated. I was definitely like getting increased heart rate to the point where it's like unhealthy. And it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, maybe you even perform better if you have some kind of drug that slightly slows down your heart rate. People take beta blockers for actors who get stage fright, and also for blood pressure. But I noticed since I was taking it, prescribed for blood pressure, I don't get this, like, my heart is racing and stuff. You don't, like, your adrenaline, it slows down your adrenaline. That's how it works. It reduces your adrenaline a little bit. And I'm not saying, like, everybody should take that, but I think that I used to think it was normal to have, like, heart racing when I played Blitz, and it's probably not. It probably is not really normal. It's normal to be a little bit excited, but yeah, I always assumed it was normal, but in retrospect, I don't think it has to be. I think a lot of people are really relaxed, even in the heat of like a really fast bullet game. They're still relaxed. You know, it's possible to be relaxed. Ruslan Bear. It's just a field of interest of mine because I studied psychology and I know a little bit about drugs and and stuff like that. So Ruslan Bear playing d4. Now that's a little unusual. He's not a d4 player. He always played e4 and then was playing c4. Now he's playing d4. I think knight a5. Knight a5 is interesting TN. I looked at this. Do you play e4 e5 or e4 e6? I guess e6 to put pressure on his pawn chain. The knight could come back to b7. Oh no. Bishop d2. I'm not afraid of that. I can sack on e4. Sack a piece. Knight e4, pawn e4, queen h4, check. Oh my gosh. This looks pretty good, actually. Let's see. This experimental stuff, he didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it. Oh no. He probably... Maybe he's okay here. I don't know. I guess he's okay, but I have a bunch of pawns for a piece, and his king is unsafe. Is there any time left? Yeah. The tournament lasts 2 more hours. I don't even feel my heart beating. You know? I guess that's... that could be a bad thing too, but... As someone who used to have like racing heart when I would... This is a bad move. You could play bishop e3 there. It's really weird to go from like having a racing heart to not feeling your heartbeat at all. So white's almost getting mated now. There's no mate. I guess I just take the pawn. I can win his queen. Not quite. h5, no. Queen g6, check queen h3. That's interesting. So many options here. I mean, black is winning, but it's not easy. Just a bunch of pawns. I have a friend who's also taking some kind of medication for high blood pressure. He had the same experience, but something more modern. The drug that I take is really old. Something more modern, and he has the same effect. He's like, wow, I can't believe I don't feel my heart beating all the time. I guess you're not supposed to necessarily feel your heart beating. I used to think like, okay, that's like normal, but not necessarily. But everybody should get checked for like high blood pressure. It's a very dangerous thing. I didn't know I had high blood pressure. I had been to the doctor millions of times and never been diagnosed with high blood pressure. But then you don't go for a while, and you know, you don't think about it, and that's how it sneaks up on you. So where's the mate? Stress. Okay, so he's survived. This is a very, very tricky player. Very tricky player. He's, wow. Just when you expect he's going to play bishop d3, he plays g3 to give his king a way out. Is sweating a lot part of it? I would say yes. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily related. I'm not a doctor, so don't take my medical advice, but I would think sweating a lot would be connected to having like all of these things, possibly. Maybe too much adrenaline. But there's a lot of things that can probably cause you to sweat a lot. I have that. All right. Consult a doctor would be my advice. It also depends on how old you are, you know. I'm old. All right, so but I think if we pay attention to ourselves, it can also be related to like anxiety disorders. Maybe it's not something like high blood pressure, but more psychological. Queen h5 check. Yeah, Ruslan Barris, he's out of his mind. 95 though, really? Is that a good move? I don't think so. Because now his knight is hanging, and I'm threatening d4 check. Double threat. How do you defend against d4 and rook takes e5? You don't. Yeah, this is this might be the first game where I've ever gotten this, where I played knight a5. And I don't know if that's been played over the board or not. White could play b4. Knight takes c4, e4. But I think I looked at that. Like, for example, b4. Knight takes c4, e4, attacking my knight. I can even play b5. It's a weird position. White maybe can sack a pawn. This is winning. He's been lost like the whole game, though. I mean, I'm not sure about knight takes c4 though, because he can play bishop takes a5. I don't know if that helps him. Maybe. And also on takes queen e4 check, g3, sorry, king e2, queen takes check, he could have played bishop e3. I don't know if that's better than what happened though, because I just played knight takes c4 anyway. I thought king f2 was suicide, but I didn't see a way to finish him off here. I guess I'm probably winning. We got another request to join the team already. GG's. Okay. Not enough games. Not enough games. Joined 5 months ago. You don't have any games. You're just all bullet. Alright. I don't like to take players with less than 100 games into the team, but I'll make an exception. Redusa's really good. Very original player. So it's been Sicilian. Suddenly he's playing e4, e5. What the heck? What's up with e4, e5? Knight f3 in that last position? Oh, okay. So he defends against both threats. You can defend against both threats. I'm still winning. I mean, I think I have too many pawns. I have, what, like 4 pawns for a piece? But yeah, it's not so easy. So I've already played this with you. I think I played H3 in a game. Why do people do this? Can you do that? Do we already have this? People play that with white, right? This is funny now. It's basically... Oh, I thought you would play bishop d6 there. I don't know if that's the best way for black to handle that. Somehow I sort of doubt it. What do I do? There's like many different ways to set this up. I don't know what a bishop f4, play f4, bishop e2. Should I castle kingside? Should I castle queenside? White's better in all lines. Well, I mean, you know, he's not supposed to play. A lot of people do this, but they're not supposed to play bishop c5 in this position. But after knight takes c5, I get a lot of people playing it like the Eric Rosen gambit or whatever. They'll just like castle. You can castle. Maybe that's the best way to play it. Here now, I have f4, bishop f4, bishop g5. Bishop g5 is probably nothing. I need my dark square bishop. Bishop f4. Yeah, my e-pawn is a problem now. What if I play bishop g5, h6, bishop h4, g5, bishop g3? What am I going to do with my queen if he plays c5? Well, I mean, the normal strategy is like knight g6, but yeah, you're doubling your pawns. I mean, this can't be good for black. Can't do that. That's crazy. Really? That's pretty crazy. I don't think that's good. So knight d5, king g7. This is you should trade queens, and then I have knight d5. But still, maybe you survive there because actually you don't. So if you trade queens, I have knight d5, king g7. Yeah, I'm winning. Knight d5 right away, king g7. Queen c3 doesn't do anything. I need to secure my e4 pawn. I don't want to be losing the e4 pawn. There are also other interesting ideas here. Yeah. Maybe not. Let's just do this. This is terrible for black. It's a terrible position. No, he's totally screwed. I mean, I don't know. Knight g6 isn't good. That's probably not a good idea either. Doesn't knight d5 win on the spot? We have about 20 players, so we have to wait a few minutes for a game sometimes. People also tend to leave, so the tournament might have less than 20 players. HGG joined, he's a good player. Lukiel joined, that's Nico, also a fast player. And pretty good. Anyone else just joined? Dr. Srinasvan? Reisenberger. Oh, it's like Heisenberger. Okay. Ruslan Bear and Azerbaijan. Well, I mean, I don't know. Redusa doesn't normally play e4, e5. Almost everyone has paused. I'm not paused. Rule Mops is playing. Alisto may be paused. This guy's not playing. Reduces in. Jasper, I don't know. Our director, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. How do you know if they're paused or not? Can you see that on the tournament? I guess you can see that, right? I just want to open a new window. God damn it. Open. I like this new split window thing. Can you see if they're paused? I don't see it if they're paused. Oh, I see. Okay. So pawn takes pawn. Yeah. Yeah, this is really tragical for black. Check first, or we save that for later. I should probably check first. Blocking his queen. It blocks his queen from getting out to g5 or queen h4. That bothered me a lot. I didn't want to see that. I didn't want this coming out here. I have interesting themes with g7 check. I mean, black should probably take on g6. It's not his only move. Yeah, I didn't see the pause symbol. It's weird. Okay, rook e5, g7 check doesn't work. Oh shit, I have queen takes e5. I didn't see it at all. So we go back to tournament. Where's the pause symbol? Oh, I see. All those guys are paused. Reisenberger, Marlin, Lukiel, Irud. I mean, are they really paused? Or they just don't have a game? It's not like highlighted. Shouldn't it be like highlighted? If they're really paused, is it highlighted or is it gray like that? I never pay attention to that feature, honestly. Should it be gray? Okay. Oh, they're all paused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Really? You're telling me 11 players are paused? Paused for thought? What's with the pausing? It's only 2.5 hour tournament. If they're just waiting for a game, we'll not have the symbol, Mr. Coffee. It's weird because up in the top right hand corner, that the light pause is much more defined than the gray pause. I didn't know. You learn something new every day. Okay. Stefano, one of those players that seems like they should be an e4 player. Wait for it. I'm working on a Benko Gambit repertoire for black. There's various options. The Benko Gambit has really been not popular, unpopular in the last 15 years. But I don't really know why, you know. I'm not really sure why that is the case. It's not clear to me. I had this game already with someone else. This is the best, one of the best lines for black that I went over in my course. It's not a course, it's a video series I did. But I've been working on this. Asterbait, you should play the Benko. Forget the Dutch. Benko would be more up your alley. It's more open. So they're supposed to trade. They're not supposed to play knight f3. And now, do I take on a6 with a rook, or do I play knight c6? Play knight c6. If I play knight c6, does white have knight e5? I take with a rook. Interesting. Knight c6, knight e5. Castles, knight takes c6. That's probably fine. This is my first time playing this. I mean, this position. I saw knight c6, knight e5, and I freaked out. There's rook g6, rook d6, and rook e6, among others. We could also sack the exchange with bishop takes a6, bishop takes a6, which looks kind of scary for white. Honestly. Man, I wish I knew what I was supposed to play here. Rook d6. How is he familiar with this? Don't ask me how this opponent has a half point out of 29 against me. I can't explain that. Oops, I lost my c5 pawn. Bishop c4 now needs to be dealt with. Oh, is it like a Mora? Are we having fun yet? Aspirate, seriously, we put you in the Benko training program. C4. Pal Benko Memorial Training Program. You don't need that pawn for anything, do you? I don't think the Dutch is right for you. I think an open position would be better. More flowing. Dutch is a little too closed. You can't really... You're a boxer, not a wrestler. No, he's giving me the pawn. Equal material. But I don't trust the way I play this. I had so many options and I made so many random choices. I don't know. Just don't know. Doesn't seem right what I did in this game. Oh, rook b4. He's a lover, not a fighter. Look at that move. Yeah, but why? Why? Where? How? Oh, I dropped my H pawn. See how fun this is, Asterbate? Look how active my pieces are. Are we having fun yet? We're having fun. Tell me we're not having fun, Asterbate. Look at this. Is this not fun? And he fell for it. Oh no. Oh no. Which way do we do this? Oh my god, man. Rook takes g2 check, and then knight d4? Does that even work? Rook takes g2 check, king takes knight d4. If I just go knight d4 immediately... Hi, when I watched you 5 years ago, you said that chess was a childhood hobby. I mean, I think you're not exactly quoting me right. I mean, when I learned chess, I wasn't intending. I think what you're saying is like I said I didn't plan as a child to become a professional chess player. Yeah. It's sort of a backup plan. Yeah, he got trashed here. Well, I ended up doing chess for a living. Nothing's changed since 5 years ago. Yeah. Well, I mean, some things changed, but I didn't change. Benkos are us. This is a weird game. Chess upset me a lot. Well, I was always very competitive about it, certainly. But I dabbled with other things. Still I do. You know, I'm thinking every day about going back to play poker. But at the end of the day, you know, if I'm not making money from chess, it's on me, you know. White should definitely resign now. I can change my content. I can improve my content. I'm not making money because of chess. It's because I'm not doing a good enough job of what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not committed enough to being a streamer or a coach or whatever, you know. I shouldn't blame chess because of the fact that I'm not rich or something. But as I've said many times, if you want to be rich, then why are you playing chess, you know? Talk about doing things the hard way. All right, back to tournament. So, gobble roll mops. Well, that was instructive. What the hell happened there? Guys, warn me if my game starts, all right? Because I just want to see this. So, you're not supposed to play knight f3, are you? It is a move. I forgot I went over this. Oh, shit. Okay. So I did the move. I looked at this game. It's Parligras, our friend, Merchea, against Cipriano. I did this game in my video. Okay, I totally forgot. Wow. So I played the exact move. This is exactly right, what I did. Oh, my God. We followed the exact game. And here I varied from, wow, I improved on Cipriano. That's crazy. Cipriano played rook b6, and I played knight c6. This is a TN. Wow. Crazy, guys. I actually did it right. My first try. The second time I played the variation, and the first time I got that particular one. And isn't that wild that only that one game between Merchea and Cipriano has ever been played in that position? It's crazy. And Merchea was fine. I analyzed that game, and he was fine, and he lost in this sort of tense position where he should have been fine. But this piano is very, very dangerous. He's a very strong player. He was runner-up in a FIDE World Knockout Championship, I think. The one in Vegas years ago. So anyway, Benko is my new experimental defense to d4. I only ever played the Benko very rarely, or maybe by transposition through a King's Indian. And lately I've been thinking about it. Okay, Asterbait. Don't berserk. No need for berserking. It's true, chess is a kid's game, more or less, anymore. Actually, Danny Gormley posted on Facebook a lot of weird shit. He's a strange guy, but the other day he posted that he found out about a 30-plus tournament, Mr. Coffee. I'm guessing this is in the UK, but he was shocked. I thought it was kind of a funny concept too. 30-plus tournament? That's weird. Oh, sorry, you're 29, you're not allowed to play. Kids game. Well, I mean, senior tournaments are getting very popular. So, it's how you look at it. Asterbait, you berserked. You did that. I was kidding. I was just kidding. You're not supposed to really berserk. Danny Gormley, English Grandmaster, puts up random posts on Facebook. He's like, what is the best Vietnam War movie? He had Apocalypse Now as like number 3. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? He's a weird guy. It seems like a straight... There's no question Apocalypse Now is the best Vietnam War movie of all time. There shouldn't be a debate about it in terms of the cast and the concept, and unbelievable. All right. Asterbait, what are we doing here? I don't know what this is. You can't rank Platoon as higher than Apocalypse Now. Fucking Marlon Brando? Seriously? Are you kidding me? Maybe in the pure... Yeah, anyway. I get easily distracted. I think I have some sort of autism. I need like Ritalin or something, Mr. Coffee. I'm almost sure at this point. I rested a lot. I shouldn't be tired, and I still like lose my concentration very easily. I start talking about random stuff. Pablo Kelly, welcome back. I could be talking about Vietnam War movies, and 1 second later I'm talking about National Football League. I can't focus on one thing. Adderall, yeah. Send me some Adderall. What's wrong with me, man? I can't keep my concentration on one thing. I'm a chess player of all things. What else? Well, we got to keep the stream entertaining, so I often have to change the subject and bring up new stuff. But I do that anyway. It's not just for the stream. Asterbait, what are we doing? What are we doing here? You're building up over there. Why are you building up over there? Asterbait, sacrifice a piece. Wonder if he actually listens to the stream while I'm playing. There's a delay, though. Pretty significant delay. You should sacrifice a piece here. Now, he'd be great at the Benko. He started trying to play the Dutch. I don't think it's the right fit. You didn't sacrifice a piece. You didn't obey my command. Obey my command, Luke. That totally makes sense. Oh, he's in sudden death. Oh, I forgot he doesn't have an increment. Oh, no. That's right, you can't berserk like that and then use your time. If you berserk, you can't use your time. I forgot to warn you about that. Yeah, now he's just lost because of time. I have an increment and you don't. Alright, don't berserk. Don't berserk, Asterbait. I meant to tell you not to berserk. I was just kidding. You know, that was a joke. Gobble Roll Mops is in second place. It's some kind of pickled herring or something. It sounds like a kind of like, you know, kitchen mop that rolls. I thought it's like a mop with a handle or something. I literally know no German, except for like 9. My dad was in World War II, so he learned a few words while he was over there, taking prisoners. He didn't kill anybody. He's not like, you know, the ICE. Fortunately. Yeah, my dad was in World War II, fought in Germany, killed less people than the immigration Border Patrol does on a daily basis in the United States. That's the other thing. I can't stand to watch the news and see what's happening. Not only in the United States, but all over the world. Alright, so Ruslan Bear. Another one. You can't even like look at the news because it's so depressing. French defense, wow. Okay. But our major competitors, you know, like Aldisto doesn't seem to be really active. And Panbook, I don't think the Panbook is still playing. I don't think he's in the tournament. I mean, the higher rated competitors here would be Panbook and Aldisto and who else? Those are the two that are around 2200. Ruslan Bear, why do you do this? Knight takes d4. This is not good. We had a game with Guthand who played knight e7 there. But this is definitely not a great line for black. I want to play bishop f4, but it doesn't work, does it? Gobble roll mops. Wow. All right. h4 is kind of a weird move, but we're gonna live with that. We'll see what he does. I was planning on castling queenside, but his e5 makes me kind of regret that plan. This was the idea. Most instructive chess games ever played. One of the best beginners books. It's not really a beginner book, actually. Anyway, one of the best classic chess books of all time. 2 examples in that book of this winning concept. Game over. It's already game over. And we just started. So first off, I do have a problem. A little bit of counterplay here for black on c2. I don't want to be seeing that tie me down. need to get my knight to d5. No rush. He's going to put his king on e6. Perhaps. That's a great plan. Oh, that pawn. That pawn, you didn't need to play that move. That pawn could be vulnerable later, no? Actually, it's not so easy for me to... You can obviously see it is not easy to attack that pawn. But I still don't... I don't understand the point of playing h5, really, to be honest. Oh, no. He's a fighter, though. What do we got? Is that a subscription? J Theory subscribed with Prime. There you go. Thank you. That's our first sub today. Okay, get out of my swamp. He's getting out of my swamp now. Thank you for subscribing. Usually we don't do a lot of that. We don't get a lot of that on tournament days. For whatever reason, people are focusing on playing. But this is... what Black's done here is kind of a no-no. This is like a basic Sicilian fundamental thing. You don't want to end up with bad bishop, hold on d5. It's just too difficult for Black, too easy for White to squeeze you. This is a model position, what I've achieved here. Very quickly. And it's so easy to win a billion games with this sort of strategy. Black playing e5 early in the Sicilian. b5 is a nice try. I'll give you credit for that. But it's not going to be enough. The new front. Exactly. So now knight d5 is like super deadly. He has bishop d8. Okay, rook a7. Rook a7, yeah. Duh. What if I play rook a5? Maybe that helps me a little. I mean, what are you going to do? Rook b8, rook c5. This was my original plan. b4. You can try b4. Highly recommend it. What could possibly go wrong with b4? So you guys aren't being competitive today. Aldous still dropped out early. The roll mops is new. No, Reduce is dangerous. Somehow he's been kept under control. He got paired with Kelly. That's a tough pairing. Alright. King c6 is a nice move. Nice move you got there. b4. Rook a6 check. Knight d5. Knight e5, bishop d8, rook a6 check, or rook a7 actually, wow. Rook a7 might be even better. Harmonia. Rook a6 check, it is a tempo, though. You know, maybe it is better. He found a cubby hole there on e6. It's a very safe square. Now my plan is to double on the 7th. Uh-huh. Oh, snap. So I might have to pull that knight back to e3 to guard the f5. And that gives him time to play like b4. For example, king e6, knight e3, b4. I might have to checkmate him from a different direction. Yep. Threatening f5 or not? I mean, objectively, black is lost and has been lost. Will remain lost. Ruslan Bear needs to play the openings more seriously. He plays a lot of coffee house stuff, doesn't seem to take the opening seriously, and always gets a disadvantage in the opening. But you're playing at a handicap when you do that. You know, you're like giving your opponents odds. I mean, his rating's also very low. He's way better than 1600. He's got to be at least 1900. He was definitely 2000 before. Now what do I do? You're threatening to block me? Oh, that's so annoying, bro. Wow. He's actually found a literal defense here. Oh my god. So I'm running out of ideas. He's avoided getting mated. He's avoided getting mated. He's eventually going to lose something, like a pawn, probably the b5. Oh, you don't have time for that. I think I tried to warn him about that, but he didn't listen. Knight f5. Oh my gosh. How do you defend against knight f5? Oh, you have that? Wait, rook d1. Come on. Seems awkward. I could also play c4 and just... Oh no. No. Okay, he can play rook king d7, I guess. He's still escaping. God damn it. He's lost, though. It's still, he's going to continue to play forever now. Rook a6 didn't seem right. What? Wow. Right. Oh man. I can still mess this up. Unbelievable. He's good at avoiding, like, getting mated. This is terminal. Yeah, he's managed to really make this annoying. Unbelievable. What a stupid move by me. You managed to drag this out. 8 million moves, but you got nothing to show for it. Just like dragging it out for the sake of dragging it out. You were never saving the game. It's brutal. Alright. He dragged it out forever. Taking knight d6, forking rook and king. What was wrong with it? Always a wise guy. I love when you point out stuff like that, Nefidov. Nothing was wrong with it, obviously, if it worked. I just didn't see it. But I mean, it's like you can win with method A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, G, I, whatever. I can't say the alphabet, but at some point you like start to get like dizzy and just don't. He just doesn't stop. It's like he's been lost for 50 moves and won't resign. It's just brutal. At some point I just get dizzy and I stop seeing one move threats, you know. It's so horrible playing against him. Okay. Still, we have an hour to go. It's a long way. Not going to berserk against you. Someone learned that lesson already. $1,500, but provisional from our perspective. So d4 is the best move for white there. We had this with someone else recently. But it's okay to not play d4 too. This is still equal. Who did I have this against? Redusa? I can't remember who it was. This exact line about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. How do I get ops-colored bishops sometimes? I don't know. Not like this. That must be in positions where we'll plays d4. Yeah, very similar to what we had last time. Jasper 2000. Joined 11 months ago. So you're not the same player I played before. Who was that against? It was identical. Yeah, the white has played this perfectly. Well, that's not a good move. Knight b5 is like a cheap threat of mate in one, but it doesn't improve white's position in any way, you know. Just I can play a6 if I want to. You could argue that a6 weakens my position, I don't know, but it's like a very abstract concept. Don't think that a6 is going to matter too much. Here, if I play bishop e7, you seriously have g4. I can play h5 myself, but it's committal. That's how I got ops color bishops, actually. That could happen. Yeah, if you play g4, I think it's a very dangerous thing to do. Wouldn't recommend it. You could play d4. I have a6 in response. d4, a6. The English is a sophisticated opening. Very positional. What was wrong with knight d6 forking king and nothing else? Smothered mate. Why didn't you play smothered mate, Sludgy? Sorry for the grading. Oh yeah. I mean, well, he already beat Aldisto in a berserk where Aldisto berserk with black. They must be pretty good. That's what I was aware of. So, grading. Asteroid, did you win a game? We're up to 20 players now. Yeah, so we risked this G4 thing. Dark squares. I don't think I sacrificed my G7 pawn. I wonder if a6 would have been interesting. Pawn a5. That's too much, probably. Years ago, I had this game and this variation with this guy from the Midwest, James Ellis. It was ops color bishops, but I beat him pretty easily. The g4 is not, the Grob is not good. I mean, when you fianchetto, this is a very small edge for black. I don't know if it's enough, objectively. But, I wouldn't want to play g4 with white. Maybe white can make this work somehow. I don't see it, though. He has dark square weaknesses. And I don't really have weaknesses too much on the white squares, like here. What are you going to do to me, Put a queen on a6? Play bishop b7? But white's weaknesses on the king side now with g4. It seems somewhat serious. So I would already be, planning my evacuation route over to the queen side. Because your king's going to get checkmated over there. Yeah, a5. Not a problem. I mean, ops color bishop is a very, very deadly position. It's not a draw. It's not drawish. There's all the heavy pieces on the board. And black is better. So if he tries f4, maybe a reasonable thing to do. This move looks tricky as well. Whoa, what was that? Yes! Fuckers has followed. Guys, don't hesitate to donate. We could use the money. If we can reach our donation goal early for Albania, I can go to the national. I'm thinking of going to the National Open. I told Asterbait. There's a good chess festival the first week of June, the second week of June in Las Vegas, where I haven't played in 20 years. The last time I played in Vegas is actually the National Open. I haven't played since 96 or something, but I haven't played in Vegas at all since 2005, I think it was. What happens if Vegas stays in Vegas, Asterbait? So what do I do? I'm over analyzing this. Probably. Bishop on f4. Now, I give him access to d5, but I don't think there's a lot he can do with it. Black is clearly better. So anyway, if I can save up. The other thing about Vegas, they have good prizes. You know what the problem is, guys? My USCF rating is too high. It's 2407. Because in Vegas, they have a tournament, and the National Open has an under 2300 section. Where if it was by FIDE rating, I would be 2288, you know. Imagine if I could play an under 2300 section. That would be awesome. $7,000 first. But my USCF rating is 100 points too high. I need to jettison 107 US rating points. I can't do that. There are tournaments in the world under 2300, but not with that kind of money, you know, in Europe. You can't find a tournament in Europe with under 2300, 7,000. That's a lot of money. That's a good prize. You want me to buy you a new membership so they can steal points? I don't know if they're still doing that. That's a good question. Actually, Mr. Coffee. Well, they only steal points if I lose my FIDE points. I was hoping not to lose points, but I win a piece here. If he takes, either way. Oh, Mr. Coffee, you're so nice. So, wow, rook takes e5. That doesn't work. And you're gonna queen d5. Yep. Another check. b7. Yep. Check, check. Check. We have a check. He has a check. f4, another nasty in-between move. So Jasper finds a lot of moves. He just keeps firing moves at me. My God. Queen a5. He's not apt to lose on time. One could kind of understand why Aldisto lost on time against our hero here. He doesn't die. So, but anyway, that's the idea. I don't know. You know, I know it's going to be hot in Vegas, but I'm just thinking about it. You know, I'm not committed to anything. I'm definitely playing Albania in April, and I would love to go to Vegas, but I'm totally uncommitted on that. It's just an idea. Thing is, the World Series of Poker is you know, overlapping. I wouldn't mind playing a couple of poker tournaments while I'm there, even though I'm broke. All right. It is pretty hot, though. You know, the National Open used to be in like April, and now they made it in July. I mean June. It's hot. That's not great. Just a thought. I can room with Aspane and the dogs. Well, maybe Robin Masters has a spare guest house. No. I'm just kidding. The dog house is free. All right. What are you going to do here? Something different. I might have played this against you once, but I don't normally play this line. I'm out of book. We're already out of book. Already book. So what's up? Bishop f4? I guess. Damn, and he's firing out the moves very quickly. Oh, and Sun Prism's suddenly in second place, so he's like motivated. I don't know why I got this idea to play at the National Open. I mean, it's been 20 years since I played there. I mean, in Vegas. Do I have to play sack my B pawn here? Really? I don't have to do that. I can play rook b1. What's the problem? Queen a5 check? Yeah. That's fine. I'll just play rook b1. I'm not afraid. Don't need to sacrifice my b pawn. Man, if there was only a way that they would accept under FIDE under 2300. But I don't think that's how it works. I mean, the thing is, like, the section is FIDE rated. Maybe the under 23 isn't, though. Maybe just the open is FIDE rated. Anyways, whatever. I managed by Mr. Coffee, by you not maintaining my U.S. Chess Federation, I managed to stay over 2400, which is good. Pawn takes. Queen a5 check. You take the pawn. Maybe I should take with a knight. I'm just a child. I like Vegas. It's kind of fun. Last time I was there, I was sick. That was the worst. That's what happened when I went the last time in 2006. I played in the national. No, I played in the. It was in the winter. It was Christmas time, after Christmas, 2005. And I played the tournament at Bally's or whatever. And then immediately at the end, I had like a day or two extra, and I got sick. And I was like, I had the flu or something. It was awful. Casinos. Don't play the 000. What about the 00 roulette? That's stupid. I was in Prague. How does that work? I mean, what's the point? What's the benefit? Like, in Prague they had 00 roulette. What's the upside of that? What's the scam? I don't understand. What's 000? Why does anyone want to do that? It's just like more wins for the casino. What a scam. They had that in Prague. The benefit increases the house. Yeah, I know. But like, no one would play. In Prague it was funny because there's like 3 or 4 roulette tables at the King's Casino. But no one would play on the 00. You know what I mean? Like, they had both. I mean, I guess if that's the only thing you spread, then it makes sense. But if people have a choice, only the biggest touristic idiots are going to fall for that. We got a nice endgame here. Move 11. Someone on sound would support my bishop pair. You support the bishop pair? Yeah, I have a friend. He's a really hardcore roulette player. One of my poker friends, and he's lost hundreds of thousands of dollars playing roulette. But he doesn't stop. You know, he's still doing it. after I don't know how much money he's lost in his lifetime. He's a good poker player, but, you know, he tries to play roulette, and it's like, he's a mathematician, too. He was a math teacher. But, you know, he always tries to, think that there's some kind of way to get some system. You know, it's pointless. He told me he's not going to go to casinos anymore. He's finished. You hear that how many times? He likes sports betting too, always trying to find some angle. He got me to go in with him once on this thing where he was betting on like football matches being draws. It was weird. He's trying to find these angles that don't really exist. Mr. Coffee, have you seen that movie? The system, I heard, just keep betting a quadrant. Dude, I know this guy, this Hungarian guy. He's really sick. He loses like tens of thousands of dollars like per session playing like online online roulette for huge sums. Online roulette. Like, how can that be not a scam? Even like brick and mortar casinos are probably rigged. Going for the draw, but no. No. I think that Southern Prism is a defensive genius. He can hold this somehow. I mean, should it necessarily be lost because black, is facing the bishop pair? It's not a great structure, as I talked about many times. Symmetrical structure is not great for my bishops. I want an imbalanced structure. Isolated pawns, passed pawns. This three islands that are symmetrical, that is not, like, ideal for me. Probably. Although now he's created some weaknesses on the dark squares. Kind of like it. Anyway, what I was going to say was, have you seen that movie about Press Your Luck? I haven't watched it. But there's like, it's called like America's Luckiest Man or something. Or The Luckiest Man in America. It's a movie based on the true story about how some guy like cheated in Press Your Luck in the 80s. I was wondering if it was any good. If anybody has seen this. Oh, you saw that? You saw the movie? I used to love that show. That was like everybody's favorite game show in the 80s. I even try to tell people about what a whammy is, but it's hard to explain that. They're basically little devils. I try to explain to like Hungarians what whammies are. Your knight is in jail. You have night jail. Jail? You are in jail. This looks bad. But how do I kill him? But how does he die? Melania. How does he die? How does he do it? How does he die? Oh no. That's not working either. Well, I don't really see the rook check doing anything. We're going to need the H pawn. I had a plan, but I forgot what it was now. Oh, gosh. Oh, now you switched your plan up? Are you kidding me? No way. Alright, I don't want you coming in there. There's got to be a way to win this. I should just do h4, h5. Enough screwing around. No, I can't get in. Let me in. But let me in. Alright, that's ugly. That was ugly. Anyway, we have spoiler in effect. Knight c3, knight e8, check, king b4. King c3, king b4. Oh, see, I was just looking at getting my king there. I didn't look at getting my king in the queen side. Yeah, that works too. He should not play a6 and b5. I think he shouldn't have weakened himself in the dark squares. Over there. I mean, how bad is this position objectively? If you go to, like, I don't know, the beginning of the end game, before that happened. Before the whole b5 thing. Here, say, you know, is black holding this? I think it's marginal. The engine wants to trade rooks, but I mean, it seems to reduce my chances of winning. I don't really see any reason why I should trade rooks when I don't have to, you know. Maybe that's enough. All right, anyway. Oh no, oh no, oh no, Redusa. You did it again. He did it again. He does this to me all the time. He won another forfeit game. Oh, God. Last time it happened. That sucks, bro. Wow, why don't I have a 0? Oh, he forfeited against me? What? He forfeited against me. Oh, my God. I won without even being at the board. Wow, that's awesome. I thought I forfeited against you. That's funny. It's pretty funny. We have a new player, Wanderson, 2400 in Bullet. All right, that was lucky. I was away from the board when I went on time. I'd say 1.5 is pretty winning. No, as ICTs, it's not. It's the standard, like, borderline. 1.5 is the definition of it might not be winning. It's the exact we don't know. That's the I don't know evaluation. Always with the engines. No, never trust 1.5 as winning. We don't know for sure. Usually if it goes any higher, like 1.7, it's winning. That's been my experience. 1.5 is that it's not sure. Oh, you're berserking against me? Okay. DSR. I don't know what to call him. Nasavin Yurts. We'll just say his name backwards because it's easier. Savigny serves. I can't pronounce DSR. That, I can't do that. Play knight f6. Yes. Slaggy gambit. The anti, yes. He takes this completely in stride. Happens every day. Totally normal. Nothing to see here, folks. What could possibly go wrong? When in doubt, freak out. You heard it first here, folks. He's handling this much better than most people do, to be honest. And berserking, no less. I should play knight g5. I should have played knight g5 right away, but this is good too. Black is on the verge of disaster now. This is a very dangerous practical gambit. You know, it's only ever been played by Hikaru, although I invented it on my own, separately from Hikaru. He beat Philidor exchange expert. What's his face? But, wow, this looks awful for black. Rook takes g5. It just hung a piece. Speaking of extra pawns, all right. Extremely dangerous practical gambit. So I don't know. Aldisto didn't really play much. He's our highest rated. And Reduso, okay, Reduso back. He's here, he's back. So he's expecting now with the Benko. I was playing Benko. Well, what do we do if I play like Igor Ivanov move order? Ivanov used to play this. I've played this before. Bishop e3. Alright. You don't play d5. Igor Ivanov. My name is Igor, and I live on the second floor. So what do I do? 97 is known, right? Oh, he knows everything. He knows this too. Are you serious? I like how Roman used to play bishop f3, pretend that was playable. Something wrong here. I have to do c5. Damn. How is he such an expert on this with white? That's weird. So So it looks like a very good same-ish for white now. Although this he's a little boxed in. Slightly boxed. Bishop g5. Is that a problem? Probably not. I can check on a5. Wow. Well, this is different. This is a different story now. Okay. Knight d4, castles, bishop g5. I should take. He's a different animal in this game. He's an animal. He came fully loaded. He must face the modern defense. I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to play it. I don't know. You know, I could sack a pawn here with BC knight d4, pawn d4, bishop takes d4, knight f6, but I don't think that's sound. It looks a lot like a same-ish, but he hasn't played f3. And f3 is a weakening move. So I don't know what I did wrong. I can't play c5, then my whole position sucks. If bishop g4 is bad, then I have to go back to the original line, which is knight e7, and that's known to be kind of bad for black. It's a very old variation. Knight b5. The hell is that? Well, what's wrong with queen a5 check? You have a trap? Are you freaking kidding me? Like b4? This looks familiar, strangely familiar. I can castle. It's not like a Marazzi. Aha. Oh, I jacked a pawn. Okay. No, this is fine. He just doesn't think. Really? Wow. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, you have f3. So I should play f5. Is that what you're telling me? He has rook c1. Okay. So don't screw around here too much. Queen b2 check. Bishop g4 check. Rook e8. Rook e8, f3. f5. Well, I guess f5. You got to break the center in order to make progress. This is the most incisive. I'm afraid with b6 he has f3. Obviously this is terrible for white. He played the opening perfectly and then insta took the pawn on d4, which is bad. People shock me all the time. It's scary, you know, how like they play perfectly until they don't. You know, it's like, how can you play so perfectly and then do that? Every day, I can't believe it, you know. He literally played a perfect game until, well, I'm not sure about knight b5. Maybe ultimately it is a bad move. But even there, after castles, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, he has to play king e2 right away. King e2 right away should be a little better, I thought, than what happens in the game. That idea I borrowed from Marazzi. There are some Marazzis where that happens. Yeah, this is horrible. $1,400 FIDE. $1,400 FIDE is like 2,000 USCF or what? Threatening queen d4. Now I have b6 though. wonder how bad that is for him. He can survive to lose the exchange. Otherwise, Wade is playing like Queen D4. Very stable. Stable genius. I don't have to trade queens. Oh. Okay. He saw that. See, I see. I see. I see. I see sleaze. Just kidding. I mean, ultimately trading that bishop on f1, rook b4, kind of a weird move, huh? Check, queen d2, check, queen d1. And he's ahead on time. That's the important thing. Now, how long can he last with no rook? A rook down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Queen f4. You are a rook down. Do you deserve to save the game? I am skeptical of White's position. Wow. Please subscribe to support the stream. Also receive great benefits. Guys, our next stream is Thursday, analysis stream. So if you are a subscriber, you can send me a game. Please include it here on Lead Chess. Okay, check. That doesn't work. Wow. That doesn't work. He had to play king d2. All right. So that went wrong. What happened there in the opening? This usually White plays d5, but I don't know this line too well. Yeah. So knight d4 is just dubious. I have to take. Yeah. Bishop g4 has been really played. Oh my god, people did this. Lapshin did that. Come on. There was a game where Lapshin did that. It's bullshit, you know. Roman did that in 1996 in Blitz. I was like, dude, come on. This isn't real. He knew it was unsound. We knew it was unsound, and he would continue to do it in Blitz. So that line is just bad for black. So after knight c6, bishop e3, I should just play knight f6 and go into a King's Indian. That's the best you can do. For some reason, I don't know why, I never played that line with White. I always played d5. I don't know why though. I didn't know. I guess because against the King's Indian, I didn't like bishop e3. You can transpose to the same-ish. I don't know. I had the game with Igor one time where we transposed to King's Indian, where I was white. My name is Igor, and I live in Southern California. I don't speak English very much. My hobbies include drinking and chess. Alright. There's this guy, David Strauss, who had an account on ICC, who would call himself Igor, pretending to be Igor, who would like throw people off. He's like a strong German player who lived in LA. I never met him, but he was a good blitz player. But I think a lot of people just assumed it was really Igor Ivanov. I wonder if Igor even played online. He must have. He was a nice guy. When he wasn't, well, even when he was drunk, he was still nice, but I never really saw him wasted. Not against me. H5 Astrobate, that's creative. It probably doesn't work. But I'm not gonna punish you on this. I'm not gonna push it. You can have your knight. H5's not correct. It's not correct, obviously. No, this is a normal position. Bro, this is a book position. I mean, knight H6. This is absolutely standard. There's no reason for Astrobate to do this H5 crap. But I'm not going to play his little game. I don't want to hurt him too bad. I can take that knight. But I'm not obligated to take it. Retreat the knight, man, before you lose it. This way he has bishop d5 sometimes. Oof, b5 doesn't look good. I don't think that's a good move. That looks very dubious. So if I'm playing knight e4, you do have bishop d5. And yeah, you also have... Oh, he wants to undermine my e5 pawn. You're gonna, like, force me to take that at some point, dude. Well, I could play knight g5, too. You want me to say this? Alright, I'll fucking take it. You're unsound. Your shit is unsound, Astrobate. Unsound. It is unsound. Unsounded. Phew, bro. He's gonna try to get me with this back rank crap. Maybe I should just take on g3. The ugly move. My king has lots of air. Lots of air. So now what? Queen e5 or bishop? I have to give him some pawns, it looks like. I'm drifting a little bit here, but we're winning. We should be winning. Yeah, I gave him some play. Alright. You can castle queenside. I strongly recommend it. Yes. What could possibly go wrong with that move? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is too optimistic. Bishop f4. You're going to trade queens? You're going to trade queens? Now? Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at that tactic. Look at that tactic. Oh, no. If only he had a little less time. I mean, if we both had less time, maybe this kind of bullshit would work. If we were playing like 1 minute chess. Inspired. He's in 5th place. Look at that. Acerbate in 5th place. He's rolling. Wow. Look how many games he's played. He started horribly. He was 0 for 10. And then he won 5. You were 0 for 10, and then you warmed up and you won 5 games. He's on fire. He won 3 in a row. He won 3 in a row before that game with me. He had a streak going. So see how well he plays when he's inspired. Thanks, Marlon, for playing. We've got, okay, me in first, Redusa, the MPC. I never really play the Trompowsky, but I decided to play something I don't normally play here. Quite a dynamic dog. This reminds me of the other position. That other game I had. It's just kind of reversed. It's just the same thing but reversed. Knight f4. That's funny. Yeah, objectively, this isn't a bad setup. I lost to the guy I beat in the World Senior, Duong Natha from Canada back in 1989. Or no, he claimed it was 1990. That I still find hard to believe that it was 1990. I'm not sure if he's right, but I played it one time and lost the only time I played it. You know, G6 on move 2 against the Trompowsky. Look how fast. Bad NPC is. Look how fast he is. He's 5 and 9 against me. Bullet 600, 1600. Dude, that score is just sick. You've got players like Stefano, who's 1900, and he's won, and he has a half out of 30 against me. Also, instructive how fast black is. Okay, what's my plan? Nothing special. Don't play like your 1600, 1700 bleed chess. That would make you like 1400 OTB. He's way too fast and too good for that. Try not to think about it. Conspiracy theories. Just He's a natural. What's up, Chessie, bro? Cheapos are us. Oh no. The optimist threatens mate in one. He wasn't really threatening me to win though, because my knight on f4 was defending all the time. Trump's conspiracy theory. This has been the best first year of any president ever. My dollars are worth 20% less than they were on January 1, 2025. It's great if you don't, if you borrow money. It's not great if your money's in the bank, for people who have their money saved. It's just ridiculous. The US dollar is dropped 20% in 1 year. Yeah, against the forint of all things, but against everything, against the forint. The Hungarian forint, we have normal interest rates here. Not this fantasy interest rates. Yeah, exactly. But Hungary has high interest rates because they need to, Yeah, it's crazy. The dollar against the euro has crashed. I thought it was more than 12%, 13%. It's terrible. Donald Trump spent his whole life just being a scammer and borrowing money and investing the money he borrowed. Not just Donald Trump, but a lot of people, of course, investors like to do that. But just burning the currency, the value of the currency, it's a disaster. Okay. Yeah. If I had put my money in euros, I would be fine. There was a point 2 years ago where the dollar was quite good. And I was like, okay, we're fine. There's no problem. Big mistake, man. Big mistake. So what do we do now? Well, Sun Prism, have you played this before? You gotta wonder how the forint stays so strong. They have to artificially prop it up or something. But they do have really high interest rates here. Like, you can't borrow money, man. Yeah. Well, Trump's administration effectively ends in November because there ain't no way, unless he can block a democratic election, there's no way he's going to be effective after November. But I don't know how much more damage he can do, before he becomes a lame duck in November. A lot more damage. Every day you're like, what good could possibly happen? He offered a draw. We got 13 minutes left. All right, this is a book position. I don't know, I guess this is a book position. I'm not sure about A4. Yeah, don't get me started. I studied economics and quit, and I don't really consider myself an expert to discuss whether or not, where the interest rate should be. They're attacking Jerome Powell at the Fed now. Even the Republicans are like, this has gone too far. Trump is threatening the independence of the Federal Reserve. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Whatever. Surprisingly, the stock market is up today, despite Donald Trump's threats against the Federal Reserve chairman. You would think stock markets would be really shaky with that in the air, but there's a lot of factors that go into it. So we've got 12 minutes left for this tournament before I go check my gold reserves. Precious metals are up a lot in the last couple weeks. You can never be too careful. What is Trump going to tear down next? You can never go wrong by investing in gold. Gold, silver, and platinum. Copper. You probably leave money on the table, but at least it's stable. I don't think anyone ever lost money by putting their money in gold. Let's do it. Let's put all of our money in gold. No, actually platinum is really high. And every kind of precious metals. Venezuelan oil companies. Let's invest in oil companies. Nuclear power. Nuclear fission. Nuclear fusion. Sorry, nuclear fusion. There's a lot of these weird startups that are like supposed to be like, I mean, that's sketchy. Who knows? All right. Lunar mining with Elon Musk. Mars mining. Greenland. You can drill through like 50 miles of ice to get the rare earths. That'll probably be feasible in like 100 years. So anyway, guys, 10 minutes left. Let's go. I dominated today. I had a good nap this afternoon. Yeah, he's horrible. Poor Astrobait's getting wrecked. Now Sun Prism is in second place. Sun Prism offering me a strategic draw so he would get ahead of Redusa. But Redusa plays faster, plays more games. Can Astrobait, can you get past Gobble Troll Mops? It's amazing that Gobble Troll Mops is in fourth place. He's hardly played any games. How did he do that? Drill super far down till we get to the alien civilization in the center of the earth. Then we can negotiate with them. Wow, poor Astrobait. Made it on G7. He was 0 for 10. That's 15, 21 games so far. He played 21 games. Astrobait, you need to win another game. Get past roll mops. Just a draw would be enough. Come on. I'll give you a draw. Astrobait, play me. I'll give you a draw. We'll give you fourth place. It's been a while since Astrobait got a draw against me. Nope. Not going to happen. This will be the last game. I'm not going to play Open Sicilian against these guys. I had a weird idea. What was it? Oh, 94 right away. That's interesting. It's not supposed to be good for black. I mean, I've seen some examples of people doing this. But you do kind of wonder, like, how bad is it? Black eventually loses control of d4. Like, I do 92 now. I guess this is actually, like, the way that you're supposed to play it with white. I'm not a Rossalimo expert. I assume this is best. This looks like a really bad position for black. He's not out of the gate. He didn't get castled. So it's going to be really dangerous. He's a day late and $1 short. Maybe not. Because what am I going to do now? I can triple attack, but it's still not enough. I don't know why he's thinking now. There's nothing to see here, nothing to think about. That's not best. Better to play 97. Why didn't he play 97? I can't imagine why you would reject that move. Damn, he's just like tired. Playing too fast, tired. It looks like 97 and black is fine. What do I got against that? I put my knight on the wrong square. Maybe I should have put the knight on c3. Then at least I could play like bishop g5. He would have to play f6 and weaken his king side and reduce the pressure against e4. This knight f4 was probably wrong by me. Wrong me. Okay, we have time for another game. America first. It's more like Trump first. Stupid. Talking about politics. We love to do that here. I haven't had a good rant for a while. It's hard to watch the news. No, I know about the Boring Company. Yeah, we didn't ban Elon's name. Mr. Coffee? I mean, I live in Europe, and most Europeans are, the majority of Europeans are very anti-Trump. Not everyone, but, so I'm in the right place. Like a higher percentage Europeans hate Trump than Americans. In America, like 40% of people support Trump, but in Europe, it's like much, much smaller. Probably around 15, 10. The Nigel Farage group, Marine Le Pen, Orban. All right. Whatever. Scandinavian's a terrible opening. I talked about that recently. Obviously. This is not an acid test. This is just a sideline. And objectively, you know, black is fine. Black is equal, maybe slightly better. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? That is the minority attack. Direct. Directamundo. I didn't berserk. You have an isolated pawn. Whatever happened to our hero, you know, Pan book today? Because he played like the first game against me. He must have gotten depressed or something. Because he just like kind of left after that. Wow, bishop c3. Who would have thunk it? Classic minority. See, I support the minority. This is an interesting question. Should I give up the bishop or the knight? Bishop or knight? Chicken or beef? Chicken or beef? Chicken or chicken? Chicken or chicken? It's a tough one. Wow. Oh, A4. Is that important? Maybe I should have played that last move. You don't want to delay that too long. This isn't going to count. White's playing like a computer. And I say that because, like, computers love bad bishops. Love him. They love him. They love him. Like Trump. Love it. I love Greenland. Greenland is the best. We had a what? ICE? Oh my gosh. ICE in Harrisburg. I'm afraid of going to Vegas. Hopefully they stay clear of Vegas. I would probably like have a temptation to get involved in and start like heckling them and stuff. I'd probably get shot. I saw this video where people in the Walmart were like, or no, it was a different store. They like were yelling at them to leave. I don't know if I should play G5, honestly. Now, more than ever. Anyway, the tournament's over. He took the draw. 1 second left. With 1 second left, I don't know if it mattered. Yeah, we got extra points. So I got 57. Sun Prism was already in second. He got 30. Redusa was third. Jasper snuck up into fourth. Or not. Yeah. I think, I don't know though. You must have already been there. Yeah, he was already there. Because Global Romops didn't play the second part of the tournament. And it's shocking that no one could get past 12 points. Astrobate couldn't get past. He tried. They lost to HGG and Sun Prism. Still, Astrobate, good job. Good job. These guys, Jasper and Gubble Romops and Astrobate, did a good job considering they're not, you know, very high rated, but they hung in there. So I gave up those 2 draws to Sun Prism at the end, but it was fun. It was fun. Lots of interesting games today. Guys are going to be back on Thursday. Anyway, congratulations to Sun Prism on a solid performance. Seems like you're getting better. Redusa, little inconsistent. Redusa needs to play more longer games. Jasper definitely seems underrated. Gobble Romops is new here. Astrobate, great job on the second half. Ruslan Bear, yeah. Okay, guys, so Thursday analysis stream. If you're a subscriber, you can send me a game, and we'll go over them. We usually do like 10 games. Thursday night, same time, around 7 p.m. CET. And then I'll do Blitz on Friday. Blitz challenges on Friday and a simul on Sunday. Draw with 1 second left. Yeah. I'm a pro. What can I say? Thanks, guys, for playing good tournament. Good job, Sun Prism and Redusa. All right, I will see you guys Thursday. Thanks for subscribing, for your support, guys. Don't forget to donate to the donation goal for the World Senior Team Championship, April. I appreciate it. If not today, then Thursday. Get some gifts in there. Thanks, Sefidov. I'll see you guys on Thursday. I got your game already from you and Sun Prism. Astrobate, we need your game for Thursday. So, subscribers, please submit games.